Good morning, dear students. How are you? I hope you are well at party. I am also fit as fiddle. So, in your last class, I taught you about change of degree. Today, I'm gonna to teach you about the classification of sentence. So, I think all of you have taken pen and khata in front of you. So now, write down that. So our today's class is about classification of sentence. So I think from class 6, uh, you're very familiar with the topic. So today I'm gonna to teach you the lesson in another way so that you can understand easily. So you know there are two classification of sentence. One is according to meaning or according to outrage. Another one is according to the structure. So dear students, what I have written here that there are two ways to classify sentence. One is according to meaning or outrage, another one is according to the structure. So today, I think in the last class I taught you about according to meaning or outrage, the classification of sentence. Now, today I am going to teach you something about classification of sentence, which is related to according to the structure. So dear students, have you written this? Okay. First of all, according to a structure, you know there are three parts of sentence. Number one is simple sentence. Number two is complex, and number three is compound sentence. Dear students, write down these sentences. According to a structure, there are three kinds of sentence. Sentence is divided into three parts. So, according to a structure, sentence is divided into three parts. Number one, simple sentence. Number two, complex. And number three, compound sentence. Dear student, have you written this? Okay, write down. Have you finished? Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna teach you something about simple sentence. What is called simple sentence? The sentence which consists of with only one principal clause, or you can say defining verb, is called simple sentence. The sentence which consists of only one principal clause, or you can say main clause or independent clause, and also simple sentence is such a sentence which contains only one finite verb is called simple sentence. For example, I gonna to make you understand with an example so that you can understand easily. Going there, they felt exhausted. So dear student, what have I written here? Going there, they felt exhausted. So you can see there is only one principal clause, they felt exhausted. Exhausted means is the synonym of tiredness or tired. Exhausted. So as you can see, there is only one principal clause, they felt exhausted. And if you look over other parts of the sentence, you can see there is also going there. So what is it called? It is called present participle. What? Present participle. It is called present participle. And the other part of the sentence is called principal clause because it indicates, it expresses, it can express the whole meaning of the sentence. That's why it is called principal clause. And you can see there is a finite verb which is felt. And another thing is that as you can see there is any conjunction in the sentence. Okay? So dear students, in case of simple sentence we can't use any conjunction. Yes? So it is the simplest way to find out the sentence. The simple sentence is that in case of simple sentence there is no any conjunction in the sentence. So it is called simple sentence. So now the sentence which consists of only one principal clause or main clause or independent clause, whatever you can say, no problem, and or finite verb is called simple sentence. So felt is finite verb here and going there is present participle. Okay? So write down. Have you finished? So I am going to now make you understand about complex sentence. First of all, write down the definition. Dear student, so now look at the board. You can see what I have written here. The sentence which contains one main principal or independent clause and one or more dependent clause is called complex sentence. Okay? So now I am giving you an example so that you can understand easily. Example 1. I bought a car which is purple in color. Which was purple in color. So now yes, we can see in the example, I bought a car which was purple in color. you can see there are two cars in the sentence. One is I bought a car, and another one is which was proper in color. So as I told you, I bought a car is a principal clause or main clause or independent clause because it can express the whole meaning of the sentence, and it doesn't depend on other clauses to express the full meaning of the sentence. It can express the full meaning of the sentence itself. So I bought a car. So it is independent clause, main clause or principal clause. Now come to this one. Which was purple in color? So what if I tell you, you can see that it cannot express the whole meaning of the sentence. That means complete meaning of the sentence. To express to mean the meaning of the whole meaning of the sentence, this part it depends on dependent clause. So it is independent clause, or you can say main clause or principal clause. So as it depends on independent clause, so it should be called, or it is regarded as dependent clause. So dear student, now based with my definition. In my definition, what I have written here, the sentence which contains one main principal or independent clause and one or more dependent clause is called what? Complex sentence. So you can see, if you match the definition with the example, then you can understand better. Now, I bought a car is independent clause. So I told you there will be one independent clause. Which was purple in color? It is dependent clause because it cannot express the whole meaning of the sentence. To express the meaning of the sentence, it fully depends on independent clause. Now, if I wish, I can add any other one or more clauses with the sentence. For example, I bought a car which was purple in color that was chosen gladly by my parents. Like that, I can add one or more other clauses at the end of the sentence. So it is called complex sentence. So have you written this? Okay, right now. Have you finished? Okay. Now, dear students, I am gonna teach you about compound sentence. First of all, write down the definition of the sentence. Okay, now dear students, the sentence which contains two or more principal clauses and these clauses, that means they are connected with a variety of subordinate conjunctions, is called complex sentence. So now if I give an example, then you can understand better. So now dear students, look at the board. We gathered there and amused ourselves by singing. So as you can see, we gathered there. It is also independent clause, or you can write about principal clause. And amused ourselves by singing. It is also about principal clause. So these two principal clauses have been connected with and. Sorry, it will be coordinating conjunction. Sorry. Coordinating conjunctions. So and is here, you know, and is used as a conjunction, and it is called coordinating conjunction. So we have added two sentences, or we have turned two principal clause in one clause with the help of and. So and is called coordinating conjunction. So if you match with my definition, you can understand easily. The sentence which contains two or more principal clause here, and they are connected with a variety of conjugation. That means we use and as a coordinating conjunction. Is called complex. Sorry. It will be compound sentence. It will be compound sentence. So dear students, have you understood this? Okay. So today I have taught you about the definition of three sentences, which is divided according to structure. So in the next class, I will make you understand about how to change or transform the sentences. That means from simple to complex, how to transform from complex to simple or compound, like that. So in your next class, you must attend the class to understand the rest part of the topic. So after this, remain safe and well, and bless purpose so that I can stay healthy. So to after this, thank you very much. God bless you.